Psychology explained 5 reasons some people don't care about sports. Sports dominate conversations, media, and social bonding across many cultures. From packed stadiums to heated online debates, being passionate about a team is often seen as normal. Yet, there is a significant group of people who genuinely don't care about sports at all, and psychology offers meaningful insight into why. Choosing not to follow sports is not a flaw, a lack of social skills, or a sign of boredom. Instead, it often reflects deeper personality traits, values, cognitive preferences, and emotional priorities. Some people are more internally focused, others are driven by different forms of stimulation, creativity, or purpose. Understanding the psychology behind people who don't care about sports helps break stereotypes and encourages respect for diverse interests. This topic reveals how attention, identity, motivation, and emotional investment vary from person to person, and why fulfillment does not come from the same sources for everyone. Number 1. Different sources of emotional reward. From a psychological perspective, people who don't care about sports often seek emotional satisfaction from sources that feel more personally meaningful to them. Sports provide excitement, anticipation, and a sense of victory or loss, but not everyone's brain is wired to respond strongly to those external emotional highs. Some individuals experience deeper fulfillment through intellectual pursuits, creativity, spirituality, personal growth, or close one-on-one relationships. Their reward system is activated by reflection, learning, or creating rather than by competition or team loyalty. Psychologists note that emotional reward is subjective. What excites one person may feel neutral to another. For these individuals, investing time and emotional energy into sports may feel unproductive or emotionally empty. This does not mean they lack passion. Rather, their passion is directed toward areas that align more closely with their inner values and psychological needs. Number 2. Personality traits and temperament. Personality psychology provides significant insight into why some people simply don't care about sports. Traits like introversion, openness to experience, conscientiousness, and low sensation seeking often play a key role. Introverted individuals, for example, may prefer quiet, solitary, or reflective activities rather than the social intensity and excitement of live sports or fan culture. Those high in openness may seek intellectual or creative stimulation, finding sports competition relatively mundane compared to art, literature, or problem-solving challenges. Similarly, people low in sensation seeking are less motivated by adrenaline, suspense, or public emotional highs, which are central aspects of sports excitement. Conscientious individuals may prioritize structured, goal-directed tasks over following games or matches, viewing sports as a lower-value activity. Psychologists emphasize that these personality patterns are not deficits. They are natural variations that shape interests, priorities, and how energy is invested, making sports less appealing to those whose traits align with other forms of engagement and fulfillment. Number 3. Identity and self-concept formation. Psychology shows that much of human behavior is guided by identity and self-concept, how we see ourselves and define our place in the world. People who don't care about sports often do not link their sense of belonging or personal identity to teams, fan communities, or competitive culture. For many, identity is instead built around intellectual pursuits, hobbies, career, creativity, or personal relationships, rather than external group affiliations. Social psychologist theories suggest that individuals derive pride, confidence, and social validation from the domains they personally value. When sports are not part of these domains, investing attention or emotion in them feels irrelevant or even exhausting. Additionally, avoiding sports fandom can sometimes be a deliberate choice to maintain autonomy over one's interests rather than conforming to societal expectations. This perspective highlights that disengagement from sports is not apathy. It reflects a conscious or subconscious alignment of behavior with a personal, meaningful self-concept. Number 4. Cognitive preferences and attention style. Cognitive psychology helps explain why some people naturally tune out sports. Individuals differ in how they process information, focus attention, and prioritize mental stimulation. People who are highly analytical, creative, or long-term thinkers often prefer activities that engage problem-solving, planning, or abstract thinking rather than the fast-paced, emotionally reactive nature of sports. Sports require monitoring scores, strategies, and team dynamics, which can feel superficial or unengaging for those whose minds are drawn to conceptual or intellectual challenges. Additionally, some individuals have narrowed attention styles, focusing deeply on interests that align with personal growth or skill mastery. For them, sports may compete with these priorities and simply fail to capture attention. Psychologists note that attention is a finite resource, and where one chooses to invest it often reflects intrinsic cognitive preferences rather than social pressure, showing that disinterest in sports is a natural expression of how the mind operates. Number 5. Values, meaning, and motivation. Psychology emphasizes that human behavior is deeply influenced by personal values and motivation. People who don't care about sports often prioritize activities that align with their sense of purpose, personal growth, or ethical beliefs rather than external entertainment or competition. For example, someone highly motivated by learning, creativity, or helping others may see attending games or following scores as low-value use of time and energy. Similarly, individuals with strong spiritual or philosophical values may focus on inner fulfillment rather than external victories or social approval. Motivation theory, such as self-determination theory, highlights that people are most engaged when activities satisfy autonomy, competence, and relatedness. If sports don't meet these intrinsic needs, interest naturally remains low. This shows that not caring about sports is not laziness or indifference. It is a reflection of where people consciously or subconsciously choose to invest their emotional energy, guided by their values and sense of meaning.